Hey guys, I'm Lee from Lee Likes Music, the place to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp. And in today's video, we're going to talk about Gladys Lazer's newest EP, which is called Candy World by Past. So that's coming up. So I don't know much about Gladys Lazer's story, but I would imagine him to be this guy who traveled to Chicago sometime in the jazz scene in Chicago. Maybe he lived in a quiet yet very artsy neighborhood area, maybe 5 minutes away from the city center. I imagine him to be this pretty shy guy with little other interests other than listening to music and playing drums. During his first day in Chicago, when he moved there for some time, he was sitting at this bus stop in a bus shelter, and he was looking across his shoulder, and curiously he examined the man who was sitting beside him. This jolt of adrenaline suddenly exploded out of his chest when he saw that the man beside him was Carl E. Siegfried, a very influential jazz drummer in the Chicago jazz scene. Gladys took his chance, although he was really scared shitless out of his mind. He took his chance and talked to him. Siegfried was a pretty chill dude. He loved playing drums, he loved women. He was extensively talking about his newfound love for War, the 1983 album by U2. So Gladys and Siegfried ended up going back to Siegfried's place. They became friends, they watched some cult movies, listened to the U2 record, ate some mushroom sushi from a hollowed out bamboo stick, and this huge amazing first day in Chicago inspired Gladys to head down to his own apartment and create this EP right here. It was released this year on the 20th of July. It features 8 songs with a runtime of around 13 minutes. So the first song on this EP is called Veronica, and it opens up with a very deep bass guitar. The melody is playful and original, and it paves way for this acoustic guitar, piano, and flute that sort of randomly but so effervescently appears in the soundscape. Most impressive is probably the rampaging drum pattern that feels like one obsessive drum fill put on infinite repeat. Now, the next track coming up is called Salsa, and this is the most strange drum thing that I've ever heard in quite some time. Lazer plays the drums in a way that makes them sound like a car engine. That is literally what it sounds like, a motorbike or a car. Third song on this EP is called Candy World, and this is a song about Chicago. Or I don't know what he depicts as Candy World, but it's a song that falls straight into action nonetheless, with yet another frenzy of a drum pattern. You also have this light-hearted lilting guitar with some pitch modulation effect on it. The melody is actually quite simplistic, but it is so sugar-sweet and so addictive at the same time. It's experimental, but at the same time it has this hook that is very easy to latch onto and to remember. The fourth song on this EP is called Crime of Passion. The piano lines on the song could fit perfectly into a chill hop track if it wasn't for the seasick saxophone that suddenly kind of pukes at it 40 seconds into the song. If you want to listen to chill hop music that is a bit more challenging and a bit more experimental, without barriers sort of, then this song is probably a good fit for you. Fifth track, Mantra. But seriously though, it really reminds me of some Death Grips drum loop. It's heavily distorted and just hits you right in the spot. Next up we have the sixth track, which is called No One Needs to Be a Genius. And after a slaughtering mantra of a Death Grips drum beat, you need peace. You need a peace-inducing track, and this is exactly what you get from No One Needs to Be a Genius. Fleeting flute melodies, gently puncturing bass notes, mesmeric piano. It's the equivalent of watching green fields and clear water rivers as far as you can see. There's not a single cancer-inducing drum in sight. And then the next track is called SW Georgia. This is a very strange land to visit. You have these very distant percussional sounds, very bubbly synths and pianos, and these melodies are quite peaceful and harmonious. For some reason, it sounds like the instruments, the elements of the song are quite far away, as if they are played in a different room or in space. It is a song with a little bit more depth and structure to it. It really sounds like they put some more thought into the recording of this, which is quite interesting. The 8th and final track is called Bypassed, and this definitely sounds like an ending track. It fit perfectly at the end of the album. There's this concluding mood coming from this piano sample that is played over and over again in a mismatching manner. But I really dig it. It is very short, and I think that is one of the big pluses, one of the big pros of this album. Many of the tracks are quite short, so you don't end up feeling like the songs are repetitive. You want to listen to them again. There's more replay value. It raises the novelty factor a bit, and it ends up being less weird because there's a lot of weirdness going on here. But when you mix it together with something harmonious and something that is short, it just works. This is a really weird, various, and catchy EP. It's quite otherworldly. When I put these on when I woke up this morning, I was like, whoa, going to a different place. It's a jazz record for sure, experimental jazz and rock. And yeah, I guess that is the best label you can put on it if you absolutely have a need to put a label on here. So yeah, Gladys Lazer, Candy World, Bypassed. I will give this EP a 7 out of 10. Go and check it out. I'll leave a link to it below, and yeah, I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like to share, explore, and learn more about rock music from Bandcamp, then I highly suggest you click the red subscribe button below. Also, make sure you hit that bell icon beside the subscribe button, because in that way you'll always get notified when I upload new videos to this beautiful place right here. Talk to you later, guys. See you later. See you later. Talk to you later. Whatever. Bye.